My mother asked me to speak at her wedding to the man who kicked me out at 16. I brought photos of myself homeless. My mother is getting married next month to the stepfather who told me I wasn't welcome in his house when I was 16. City, she asked me to give a speech at their wedding. I agreed, but I am bringing the newspaper clippings about the homeless teen shelter where I lived for 6 months. When mom started dating Kevin, I was 13 and still grieving my dad. Kevin made it clear from day one that he was interested in being my mother's husband, not my stepdad. Your mom deserves happiness became code for your grief is inconvenient. They married quickly. Within months, the house I grown up in transformed. My father's books disappeared from shelves. Family photos were replaced with Kevin's sailing trophies. My curfew tightened while his daughter from a previous marriage was allowed to come and go freely. The breaking point came when I was 16. I'd stayed out until 11:30 p.m. studying at the library half an hour past curfew. Kevin was waiting when I got home. This is my house, he said, voice deadly calm, and they won't have someone disrespecting my rules. Mom stood behind him silent. It's my house too, I said. His face changed. Then, actually, your mother sold the house to me before we married. My name is on the deed, and I'm telling you to find somewhere else to live if you can't follow the rules. I looked at mom, waiting for her to contradict him, to say something, anything. She stared at the floor. By morning, my backpack was stuffed with clothes, and my bank account held $147.2, everything I had. Kevin watched from the window as I walked away. Mom never came downstairs for 6 months. I lived at the Harbor Lights Exeter while finishing my junior year. The social workers helped me apply for emancipation. I worked weekends at a coffee shop, saved every penny, and eventually found a room to rent. Mom called once 3 months after I left, not to apologize or ask me to come home, but to tell me to return my house key since I'd chosen to leave. I mailed it back without a note. I graduated high school with honors. Got a scholarship to community college, Qatar State University, Perthshire life, all without a single phone call or birthday card from my mother. 7 years of silence broken only by the occasional Facebook like on my posts. Yesterday, my phone rang with her number for the first time in nearly a decade. Kevin and I are getting married again, she said brightly. Renewing our vows for our 10th anniversary, a fresh start. I said nothing. We'd like you to give a speech, she continued. Kevin specifically requested it. He says it's time to put the past behind us. The question slipped out before I could stop it. Does Kevin's daughter know he kicked me out? That's not exactly how it happened. You were difficult. You chose to leave. I almost hung up, but instead I heard myself say I'd be happy to speak at your wedding. After we disconnected, I opened my storage box. Inside was the newspaper article about Harbor Lights shelter featuring a photo of me serving Thanksgiving dinner to other homeless teens. The reporter had written about how I'd found myself there, though they'd kept Kevin and mom's names out of it. I had it framed that afternoon. I don't plan to yell or cause a scene at their wedding. I'll just place this framed article on the gift table with a note. For Kevin and mom, the beginning of my chosen independence. No need for thank you cards. My therapist says this is unhealthy. My best friend says it's perfectly measured. My boyfriend says he'll support whatever I decide. I just know I can't listen to one more person rewrite my abandonment as some act of tough love or teenage rebellion.